Hi Aquarius, welcome to your March Tarot forecast with me. My name is Brooke, and welcome to Nightbird Tarot. This reading is for all those born under the sign of Aquarius. Please watch for your sun, your rising, as well as your moon sign in this reading. If you'd like to book a private session with me, check out my website in the link below. And Aquarius, we're in the month of March, so I've laid out 15 cards for your monthly spread. And many signs for the month of March have received this card in some form or the other in the reading. And what we see in the top line is the Eight of Swords. This is a card of restriction. This also can be a card of feeling stuck or feeling less empowered about a situation. You may have come into this month, Aquarius, feeling a bit disempowered about a certain situation, or feeling as if something's very restricted, or you're feeling a bit trapped or stuck in a certain situation or event. This could be very much tied into family matters, or this could be tied into perhaps relationships, partnerships as well. This also can be very applicable to marriages of some kind where there is or has been, either from the past or currently, there has been perhaps a period of feeling restricted in modes of behaviors or of patterns with the other person. This also can be isolation. This can be the inability to move, or the inability to make decisions, or feeling boxed in. This card is very notable of being an intellectual imprisonment. I think those are the defining words for this card, because it's an intellectual imprisonment in terms of finding other avenues of how to mentally handle or emotionally handle the situation at hand. Now, very much in tune with family, perhaps, or even relationships. Following this card, we have the Ten of Cups next to the Two of Cups, Aquarius. So, very much about focus on the family, focus on children, focus on relationships, marriages, long-term partnerships involving two people who are very committed to one another. This also could be coming from your past in terms of commitment or previous commitment to that person, because preceding those two cards, we have the Eight of Swords. Following that card, those two cards, we have the Five of Pentacles. So very much a contradiction when it comes to the element of love and support, when it comes to the element of partnership. The Five of Pentacles is very much a card about or revolving around loss. This could be financial loss, financial drains. This also can be one where there are feelings of abandonment, or having to, or being forced to do things on your own. This could be very applicable to Aquarians who are watching who are single parents. This could either be through death or divorce, or even unexplainable forces of nature that have put you in a position of compromise where perhaps you have had to deal with financial strain of some kind. What's ending this line is the Page of Rods. You do have a significant number of pages in your reading this month, Aquarius. Actually, you have all the pages. I've never seen this before. You have all the pages. Paging Aquarius, you have all the pages. You have all the pages, Aquarius. So a prominence of court cards, especially in this reading with pages. Pages can signify a few things. They can signify children. They can signify messaging. They can signify events, situations. However this applies to you, because this is a general reading, it will be very different for all of those that are watching. The Page of Rods is ending this line. very much about receiving good news. Something is afoot for Aquarius in the month of March in terms of receiving news or good news about this situation. You may not feel that at the moment. You may be thinking, what is she talking about? There's some form of communication that is either on its way to you in the month of March where there's going to be some unexpected good news. Now, it may come in the form of documents, letters. When I look at this card in terms of modern times, I really don't perceive it as texting or Facebooking or FaceTime. It's more of the old traditional route of things, phone calls, etc. The next line we see, Aquarius, the Three of Swords has shown up next to another page, the Page of Cups. Now, going back to the Page of Rods in the last line, this could be a fire sign child, male or female. The next line, the Page of Cups, could be a water sign child, male or female. However, the Page of Cups is very much about some form of emotional ties or emotions or something along the level of feelings about the situation, perhaps feeling a bit different about it, or a lot of emotions or feelings are invested in this. Next to the Three of Swords, very much about heartbreak. This can also be short-term heartbreak. For example, your child comes home from school, they were bullied that day, it makes you feel terrible for them. You work with them to how to overcome that kind of behavior, but it still pains you later on in the evening to even think about that kind of short-term heartbreak. Something that's not long-term, but short-term painful events signify to me with the Three of Swords really is about. But the Page of Cups is being invested. It's being invested emotionally in something. And it's also very much about being aware of feelings tied to certain events or situations where you feel very much emotionally invested in it. And it also can come about in terms of, after this short-term painful event, rethinking or reevaluating the situation. And it can be a birth of new emotions as well. New attitudes. Many of you may be entering that in the month of March. This also could be new feelings about something, an emotional rebirth about something, because this card is next to Justice, and Justice is followed by the Moon. So very much about rebirths of feelings when it comes to, or attitudes to, this situation. Justice comes in this month to regain and recenter balance and cooperation in this situation. For many of those that are watching, this also could be, for many, something tied to the legal system in terms of child support, this could be alimony, this could be custody, etc. So I get the sense for Aquarius, very much something centered around children or youthful energy or just events or situations. The Moon card next to Justice is quite an interesting combination, because there may be changes that are unexpected or fluctuations with terms. Okay, that's what's coming to me. So if you are in the process of trying to establish alimony, child support, legal proceedings, there may be fluctuations with that this month. Just be prepared, where the other party could say one thing and then their actions speak another way. So just be prepared for that. Or you may have been encountering this from past experience as well. Going forward, what is or what will be for March has a lot to do with money. We have the King of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles and the Star card. Beautiful symmetry with these three cards. The King could very much be an actual older male earth sign. This could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. The King of Pentacles, however, is the ruler of money. He's the banker. He's the businessman. He's very practical. He's hardworking. He has the keys to the financial kingdom. This could be for Aquarius yourselves, male or female, in terms of how to handle the situation. You may also be inquiring or calling upon someone for financial advice in the situation as well. Following the King is the Ace. So the Ace tells me there's definitely going to be a new beginning when it comes to finances. Receiving money is very much possible for those that are watching in the month of March. There's a total new beginning when it comes to money, finance. This could even be a potential employer offering you a job. Okay, so there's a lot of things that can be read with this for the month of March, but the Ace in particular is very dynamic in bringing in something. It's rebirth of financial situations, okay? The Star card next to it speaks to me as being very divinely guided. There's a purpose to the madness, Aquarius, the roller coaster ride you may be on. There's a purpose to it. You're being divinely guided. This is a card of angelic energies. This is also a card notable of hope, faith, renewable feelings, or renewed, or I don't want to say renewable feelings. That doesn't make sense. I would say a sense of renewal, but a path or a period of healing in the month of March, especially when perhaps for many of those that are watching, the money is being given to you or the money is being released or some form of receipt of money is coming in, which will take off the burden of the Five of Pentacles energy for Aquarius. Now, the last two cards in terms of your focus and outcome for March, the Temperance has shown up next to the Page of Swords. So there's your third page in the reading. Beginning with Temperance, another major arcana card. Temperance is very much about relationships, harmony, cooperation. This is also very much about diverse backgrounds. Temperance is a card of bringing about balance and bringing about symmetry between two parties or even a group of people, trying to create a cohesiveness in community type of feel. And it's one where healing will take place for Aquarius this month and getting along well with other people. If you're having to co-parent, things will start to move more smoothly, especially when things are balanced again with justice, and then cutting down to the Ace of getting your just due process of receiving what is rightfully yours will really start to help to smooth things over. The Page of Swords comes in, and the Page of Swords can mean, in terms of communication, the Page of Swords can be a bit illicit when it comes to immaturity. The Page of Swords can very much be about gossip sometimes, spying. This also could be quick action on your part and how to respond to it. I always say to my clients when this card comes up, do not allow yourself to post anything on social media as your diary, because nowadays, for whatever reasons, we want to let the world know what's going on in our lives, especially if we're very upset, or especially if we're happy, or if we're sad, or if we're excited, or if we're angry. Social media has a way of giving us that beautiful outlet, but at the same time, if you want to keep something private to yourself, do not post anything about Oh, he just paid me back my child support of 5 years. Yeah, don't do that. Just try to keep it under wraps. Have a bit of self preservation for that because somebody's keeping your eye on you, even though you may be trying to work things out and cooperate. Just be aware of that because a friend of a friend of a friend may see that post and it may come back to you in a boomerang kind of way of like, oh, oh crap. So that's the message for Aquarius. But the next page that we see in the outcome card, very much about short term gains of money, jobs, employments. This could be very different for many of those that are watching. The Page of Pentacles is testifying to Aquarius that there's some form of short-term financial gain that you will receive this month, especially with the ace, especially with the king. So very much a lot going on for you this month, Aquarius. I wish you the best of luck. I love doing your reading. There's so much going on. So good luck to you. Keep me posted. Have a fabulous month in March, and I'll speak to you soon.